Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is March 28th of 2026. So based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage the arrest, impeachment, resignation, and or suicide assassination of U.S. President Donald J. Trump on the date of Sunday, March 29th of 2026 for alleged crimes linked to the Epstein files. So exactly how this is going to play out in reality is obviously not known, but as I've stated ad nauseum for years now, the Epstein files scandal is never going to go away until Donald J. Trump is removed from office. And it appears that the CIA plans to begin this process on the day of March 29th. Although only conjecture, it appears that the CIA has or will attempt to execute a four-pronged legal battle, if you will, to remove Trump from office on this particular date, most likely consisting of the following. A, an impeachment by the House and or the Senate for violation of 18 U.S. Code 4, which is called a misprision of felony. Basically, that Donald J. Trump knew that Jeffrey Epstein and other people related to Epstein were committing crimes, namely against children, and he failed to inform the proper authorities, especially during his first term as president. The second most likely event is that the CIA stages an FBI-based arrest of Donald J. Trump for the aforementioned U.S. Code 4 misprision of felony. Again, that Trump knew of crimes being committed and failed to call the police and file a report. The third most likely scenario is that the CIA stages an FBI-based arrest of Trump for sex crimes committed against underage Jane Does. And this could be a litany of various sex crimes, including but not limited to rape, sexual assault, sodomy, kidnapping, sex trafficking, etc. And the last one is that the CIA stages the FBI-based arrest of Donald J. Trump for the murder of one or more persons, including but not limited to Virginia Giuffre, who previously worked at Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida, Jean-Luc Brunel, who was an Epstein associate that was suicided in his jail cell, as well as Jeffrey Epstein, who was allegedly suicided in his jail cell back in 2019. So essentially, it's highly likely that the CIA would stage the arrest of Donald J. Trump for all of the aforementioned crimes. What's imperative to note here is that there's been this online rumor going around that Iran has released Epstein files footage, and so it's possible that the CIA will accompany the indictment and or arrest rate of Donald J. Trump on Sunday, March 29th, 2026, along with a fifth trove of Epstein files that were allegedly disseminated by Iranian hackers or the Iranian government. As with all CIA political assassinations, terror attacks, acts of war, they always have the numeric signature of the CIA who is organizing, executing these events. And in this particular case, related to U.S. President Donald J. Trump and the Epstein files, it is no different. What's imperative to note here is that Switzerland and her CIA are from the first Jewish state, which was founded circa August 1st, 1309. And so we're going to see the Jewish numerology present in this particular scenario. Starting with the date of March 29th marks exactly 43 days since the fourth trove of Epstein files was released back on Valentine's Day, February 14th of 2026. In the event of a second Epstein files related event on this particular date of March 29th, it would mark two such events in 44 days. 2, 4 equates to the letter X, and 24 twice is XX. And when you take the two X's and you place them together, merge them together, it forms a hexagram, which is found in the Jewish Star of David. Also, the date of March 29th is the 88th day of the year. This has esoteric connotations, this number 88. It has, aside from the fact that Switzerland was founded on, modern Switzerland was founded on April 19th, 1878, the 88 numerology is inherent to neo-Nazism, which comes, Nazi is from Ashkenazi, as in the Jewish heritage of Ashkenazi, and we have the first Jewish state being Switzerland, which is home to the CIA, and that is why the 88 numerology is intimately linked to Switzerland and Nazism, and that is why Switzerland is the only country in the world where you're allowed to fly a swastika flag and you're allowed to do a Nazi salute, because this is an ode to their Nazi ideology. It's also coincidentally the 88th day since Guy Parmelon became president of Switzerland. So we have a double 88 numerology on this particular date. Also, the date of March 29th marks exactly 119 days since the very first trove of so-called Epstein files were released back on November 3rd of 2025. And this is obviously, the number 119, of course, is 9/11, which is, we know about the terror attacks on 9/11, and it's also 911, which is the emergency number, and that's because 19 and 19, or 119, equates to SS, which is the secret name of CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland, is ISIS, or SS, and that's where we get the Nazi SS that I previously mentioned. Also, the date of May 29th marks exactly 433 days since, since Donald J. Trump became president of the United States back on January 20th of 2025. So if we had a second event regarding the presidency of Donald J. Trump on the date of March 29th, it would mark two such events in 434 days. Of course, this has 24 twice, which equates to XX, which when merged together, as previously mentioned, forms the Star of David. Also, most importantly probably in this particular numerology, is the fact that the date of March 29th marks exactly 4,082 days since Gawker magazine published a report entitled "Here is Pedophile Billionaire Jeffrey Epstein's Little Black Book." And it's been a long time since I read this article, because the article, Gawker, has since no longer exists. I'm not sure if it contains Donald J. Trump's name, but it contains a whole litany of people in this particular report. And this is what spawned the entire Epstein narrative. And this was basically insurance for the CIA, because they were going to put in a rogue actor named Donald J. Trump into office, and then this was the if he doesn't follow orders, we'll release this, and then we'll create a scandal and remove him from office. And then 4082, of course, this has the 42 numerology, which equates to the letter X, and has the H8 or H numerology, which is H, the letter H, and this is HX, or hoax. And this is because this entire Epstein thing is a massive CIA-spawned hoax. It was developed by the Mossad as a blackmailing ring. And so it appears that they plan to finish this hoax on the date of March 29th, 2026. So the date of, lastly, the date of March 29th marks exactly 29,143 days since Donald J. Trump was born in Queens, New York, back on June 14th of 1946. And so this suggests that Donald J. Trump will be alive, likely taken into custody at a known prison facility, or at a CIA black location. And then he would likely be held in custody or tortured for 6 days, and he would likely die. I would venture to guess, if he's taken on the 29th, he'll likely die on the 4th of April, because the numerology suggests this. In that, on the 4th of April, he would be 29,149 days alive. and this has the 24 numerology, the SS numerology, the as well as the 49 numerology, which equates to DI as in die. So, just to recap, Donald J. Trump will be arrested, impeached, or forced to resign on the date of March 29th. He will likely be suicided in his jail cell or suffer some sort of medical related event prior to ever standing trial. I just want to say that again for the record, that Donald J. Trump will never ever stand trial for this crime because it's fraudulent in nature. So they're going to kill him before he ever gets to face his accusers, because they're going to march out along with this evidence, as I previously stated. They are going to march out a number of so-called witnesses, women that Trump likely sexually assaulted, or they claim that he did, and this will probably be anywhere from 10 to 30 women. Then they're going to also, when they arrest him, they're going to release a fifth trove of evidence, likely, or a unredacted version of the previously redacted version of the Epstein file. So all the photos that have big black boxes over them, all the emails that have black bars over them, they will remove this, and then lo and behold, there will be Trump in his naked glory. And they're likely going to have penis pics, dick pics, likely going to have very grotesque crimes. And this is all Photoshop, this is all AI, deep fake, everything. And this is going to be released along with or immediately after he is arrested. And this is designed to persuade public opinion that he was in fact guilty. And then if in the event that they kill him, or when they kill him, they'll likely produce a suicide video or suicide note or something to that effect, where he basically admits to this. Because this is essentially a foreign government removing a duly elected official of the United States by illegal and nefarious means. And so this is obviously essentially a coup, a legal coup, warfare, if you will, designed to basically decapitate the leadership of the United States so that they can get it under control. Because as it currently stands, it is out of control. And so they will frame him for whatever crimes they need to in order to achieve their goals. And in this particular case, it will likely be 18 U.S. Code 4, sex crimes, or even murder. And so this is apparently going to happen on Sunday, March 29th. If it in fact does come to fruition in reality, I would kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace. Oh, and lastly, just to foreshadow the notion that Iran is going to release information, FBI Director Kash Patel's personal email addresses were hacked in the last 48 hours, and so that's designed to foreshadow this major event. So they'll say that Iran hacked the emails of the Department of Justice and released all this information against Trump. That's apparently what they're shooting for March 29th. Peace.